Oh, oh, there's a fish bite. Got him. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. Get out of the oyster bars. All right, guys, it's finally time to start doing some fishing. And from what I've heard, they've been killing the fish. But the bad thing is, my boat's getting worked on because I like to wait last minute. And then when I decided I wanted to go fishing, that's when my boat started getting worked on. So we're gonna try to bank fish today. We just got one big issue. Look at that. There's no water. Now, I knew the tide was supposed to be really low this morning, but I guess it's just not going to turn around until right at time for high tide. But it looks like I can make my way across the creek and try to fish in some of these little holes and try not to get trapped by the tide, because I'll have to swim across this deep ditch. This is not a shallow ditch. It looks like it now because, you know, the oyster bar, and it's got no water in it, but it gets pretty high right here. So we're going to try to not get stuck out there, and we're going to see if we can't catch a few fish. Yeah, I'm really going to have to watch this. It won't take the tide rising very much, and I'm gonna get stuck pretty quickly. But I can't fish from the shore right now, or at least from the road. So we gotta walk a little bit. Got me a white fluke, just a simple white fluke. The other one's got a lead head on it. Probably gonna toss around some shrimp on it. Got another color soft bait in the bag too. There's a school of mullet right there. Finger mullet. Little old fellas. Good bait though, but we ain't got nothing to get them with. All right, guys, so that plan of walking up the creek didn't last very long because I noticed the water started coming up quick. I didn't get any bites down there either. I made it a good little ways before the water came back up. It was about 3 inches higher. The oyster bar was starting to disappear. Just barely made it without getting my boots wet. But now's the time to catch a fish. All right, you notice how this culvert pipe's pushing water that way. There's a little bit of water over there. But when the fishing gets good is when the water's coming in enough to rise up and push the water the other way. That's when the fishing usually turns on out here, is when this side gets high enough to make the culvert pipes dump back into the other side. Not high enough yet. If you look down that creek, you can't see it from down here. I'll have to climb up on the rocks over there if I wanted to show you. The water is moving this way down the creek. It's moving this way down the creek right there. It just ain't got high enough yet to turn around, so we're gonna chill out right here and wait on that water turn. Throw a shrimp out. We might get lucky and catch one before the water gets too high. Again. I have him hooked, I think. Yeah, I do. These guys have been eating my shrimp for an hour now, waiting on this water to come in. If I was crabbing, I could have got quite a few of them. So good sized blue crab too. He's missing some legs. Stay away from my shrimp, Mr. Krabs. All right, guys, the current has stopped. That's the first step. I've been fighting off the crabs. Man, they're thick. All the oyster bars are under now. And I throw right on top of one, I'm probably gonna lose that hook. But my shrimp are getting eaten by crabs, and I've had no bites yet. But I have a feeling it's gonna pick up here in a second. Hey, I got my bait. Oh, oh, there's a fish bite. Got him. Oh, that's a big fish. That's a big fish. Get out of the oyster bars. That looks like a trout. Oh, I hope that's a trout. That'd be sweet. Nah, it's gonna be a red. Let's go. Finally. Been biding my time right here for a long time. Conditions have been right for like 10, 15 minutes now, maybe longer. Just ain't nothing bit till now. And it is a nice little redfish on the shrimp. Figured that's what we'd catch them on. I'm still gonna throw that soft bait around a little bit, especially if they start biting a little better. He is not big enough for me to worry about keeping, because I can only keep one, and if I'm gonna keep one, it's gonna be a good size one. There we go, finally. Not bad. Get him out past the rocks. what I like to see, a fish. Maybe it'll start getting a little better now. You know where to set this thing. Right there looks good. It's gonna get snatched in the water. Oh, that was a big hit. That was fast. Daggum, I just moved to this spot. He cut me on the oyster bar. That was a nice red. Man, there's an oyster bar right in the middle and he swam right across the middle of it. But hey, that's a good sign. That just got here. I just decided to move from that other spot because literally just crabs there, honestly. A lot of crabs. And that was a nice red, probably about the same size as the one I just caught. These oyster bars in here are bad. Really should have brought some leaders. Let's try that again. Gonna go on this side of the oyster bar. Have the pole in my hand just in case. Maybe I can keep him from going in it. Yep, there's a hit already. Oh, that's a big fish. They're heavy right here, guys. Hey, pole in the water for 3 seconds, man. That's a good one. Or maybe my drag's just too loose, but it feels like a good one. Definitely a nice one. Probably gonna keep this one. Or maybe he's about the same size as the other one. Let's go. He is probably the same size. I hope you didn't swallow that, buddy. He did. I'm gonna try to get that out. That he's a little bigger, but he's bleeding badly. This one's coming home with us, guys. Wanted one a little bigger. Kind of hoping to catch a trout so I can have something to go with him, man. One red really ain't enough. Might have to keep him until we come back out again. He's definitely not gonna make it. Not a bad red at all. He's around 22 inches. I know that ain't exact, but hey, he's a keeper. And I'm glad because he ain't gonna make it. I had to walk down here because half of this place is closed because of the hurricane. So we got to walk back with him. Tore up his gills a little bit, so he's the one we're keeping. Let's see if we can catch a few more. Oh, that looked like a bite. Yep. Oh yeah, there's another one. Stay on top. Don't go on the oyster bar. Stay on top. I had to throw it directly on top of the oyster bar. I've been fishing on the edges of it for a while and wasn't getting no bites. I had to throw it back on it where I hooked that first one. Worked out perfect. He's not very big though. Who cares? We catch a fish. Smallest one of the day, but another red. That's what I like to see. And he didn't swallow it. Trying to set back pretty quick. Ain't trying to kill no more fish. Nice. Love to hook up to a big one. All right, guys, we gonna call it a day. I actually was making my way back to the truck to put that redfish in the cooler because he was drying out pretty quick. It's hot today. And when I got a little closer to the truck, people are showing up like crazy. This place is packed. Those two young boys walk in that direction, so I sent them to the spot where I caught them 2 reds. They had shrimp too, so hopefully they can get their 2 fish, so I ain't gonna worry about going back down there. And the soft baits didn't work. Kind of figured that. They never usually work off the shore for some reason right through here, and I think it's because you can't really cover a lot of ground. And that's the main way that you get fish with soft baits and plugs, is just cover a lot of ground, you know, real quick like. And you can't really do that when you're fishing from shore. managed to catch, what, 3 reds, couple crabs, and I lost another red that cut me off on an oyster bar. Not a bad day. Hopefully the boat will get up and get going soon. Hope y'all liked the video. Thank you for watching.